Hello, ladies and gentlemen. John Gates here, and tonight I am joined by, as always, Commissioner Chris Lowe and the always lovely A.W. Lurch. And tonight we're going to be bringing you the card reveal for Emerge 51, Emergence Day 5, the 5th anniversary event for Emerge. And after Emerge 50 milestone, I just, in every month it seems like I ask myself the same question: how in the world are we going to top this event? And I thought that more than ever after the incredible event that we had at Emerge 50 milestone. But Commissioner, once again, a fantastic card that you have put together for the 5th year anniversary event for Emerge.
I think so, and I'm really excited to go over it with you guys.
And go over it we will, and we are going to start you off hot with the Cricket Wireless Facebook Live match, where we're going to be seeing Jake Carter versus Brett Havoc versus Paragon in triple threat action. Now, Commissioner, this match kind of made itself with what we saw last week. And so I guess if you wanted to expand a little bit more on your decision and what the writing was already on the wall.
Yeah, the writing was already on the wall. Brett Havoc kind of has this coming, I would think. So let's see what happens.
I mean,
has it coming? Jake Carter has a lot coming to him. I mean, he's the one sticking his nose where he doesn't belong and everybody else's business. I mean, Jake Carter's the one who should have something coming for him. And if you look at the matchup on this Facebook Live match, I think you can see that. I mean, I love Brett Havoc in this spot.
Well, Lurch, it's going to be an interesting matchup that we're going to see here because there was a little bit of miscommunication between Jake Carter and Paragon, who, they didn't have a problem with each other before. And after, we saw Jake Carter accidentally hitting Paragon, there's that element to the match as well as we've seen Brett Havoc go down this incredibly dark path. So this is going to be an interesting match that we're about to see.
No doubt about it. And Paragon was not happy with that little mishap there at the end. He was not happy about what happened there.
He didn't think it was a mishap.
No, not at all. And that's what I'm talking about. Jake Carter just sticking his nose in somebody else's business. Next thing you know, he's on the Facebook Live match. I mean, come on.
And starting the show off proper, we wouldn't do it any other way. We have two big behemoths going one-on-one with each other. We have Calvin Tankman versus J.D. Mariani. And what an incredible match you have booked there, Chris Lowe. These are two men who, they're large in size, however, deceptively agile. And what are we going to see when a tank goes up against a mastodon?
That's what I'm excited to see. As you mentioned, this is a match between two big men. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get a typical big man match. These guys can move.
Exactly. And, Calvin Tankman's coming off of that triple threat loss with Jordan Cage in the Emerge Championship match. And J.D. Mariani is unfortunately coming off of a loss with his match with Jeremy Hadley. I mean, what are your kind of thoughts going into this big hoss match?
I mean, this is what Emergence Day is all about, these big matchup matches, and we're looking at two of the biggest behemoths, you said, two of the most agile big men in the country right now with J.D. Mariani and Calvin Tankman going one-on-one here. I mean, insanity right there.
It is sure to blow the roof off of the place. And this next match is honestly one that I'm a little biased for, and it might be my most, I'm looking forward to it the most, because we're going to be seeing Braden Lee against the returning Mikey. Now, we haven't seen Mikey here in a while. The last time that we saw him, he was in that odd kind of interesting position with Zodiac, but he was on the shelf a little bit with an injury, but he is back to 100%. And Braden Lee, coming off of a couple of hot wins for himself, this is going to be a good match between these two.
Yeah, you don't have to like him, but Braden Lee is easily one of the breakout stars in Emerge, and to see him go up against Mikey is going to be a treat.
You don't have to. How can you not like Braden Lee? The man hasn't eaten a carb since 2003. Come on. What's not to like about that?
I will say what I don't like about him is, and the wild thing is, it's not even just between the ropes. That man is out there time and time again at intermission, he's jaw-jacking with the fans, saying that he's God's gift to earth. He's the best thing that's ever happened. And honestly, he's going to have a task ahead of him against Mikey Lurch.
No doubt. I mean, and what we've seen from Mikey all over the country, there's no doubt. And again, the matchup, the Emergence Day matchup, no doubt about it. These two are definitely evenly matched against each other. But you're talking about Braden Lee, baby, young Brazy. I mean, you see that outfit he's got, and I mean,
I do like his outfit.
He's got
won last year's Outbreak 8. Two-time All-American. This is Braden Lee.
A man who hasn't had a carb since 2003,
yes,
right?
Yeah, that too.
You know where my favorite place to go get a carb is, Lurch, is at the Columbus Bar. If you happen to pop in, tell them that Emerge sent you.
Columbus Bar in downtown is your home for daily $3.50 powerhouse beers and great food. Located at 322 4th Street, the CB is one of Indiana's oldest continually operating restaurants and bars, and Columbus, Indiana's first brewery since the Civil War. Powerhouse Brewing Company champions its friendly service and great prices. Call 812-375-8800. Check them out online at thecb.powerhousebrewingco.com.
And we are back from that lovely video from our friends over at Columbus Bar. I'm still kind of upset that once again you stood me up trying to go out and have a good time, get a drink at the Columbus Bar. But
get over it.
Okay, well, I'll get over it because we have an incredible card yet to go over. And coming up next, we're going to be having tag team action with another couple of returning teams here. We're going to be seeing the Mercury Brothers. We have had them here in Emerge before, just fell short. But they're going to be going up against the returning team of Freddie Hudson and Percy Davis, Snack Attack. And I am so excited because you remember when we got those dum-dums from them and we just, or it was gummy worms or something.
Yeah.
But, other than that, they are an incredible tag team, former Emerge tag team champions. And this is kind of a situation in which, yes, they're former tag team champions, so they have that going for them. But once you lose that, there are so many other good teams like the Mercury Brothers that you kind of have to work your way back up, right?
And plus, when you consider the injury suffered by Freddie, doctors say he's back to 100%. He's still got to prove it in the ring, but should be a great match.
Of course. And I mean, I'm hoping that he is up to that 100% because Snack Attack, rabid fan support behind them. But they're going to be having a task with the Mercury Brothers. They are a hot tag team. They are fantastic in between the ropes.
And Brad and Briar Mercury have been traveling the country. They come from Arkansas, I remember hearing about, and they have been going everywhere all over this country, just showing you how good of a tag team they are. And not only that, but this match just exemplifies the depth of the tag team division at Emerge Wrestling.
Oh, of course. It's top-notch all across the country. And just the depth of our roster in general. And one man who is responsible for that kind of depth is going to be in our next matchup. And we're actually going to be doing something that we've never done before, Commissioner. You have a fantastic idea here. We have some of the best fans in the entire world in this business. And because of that, we wanted to get you guys involved. And so our next match is going to be decided by the fans at home. It's going to be whoever you guys pick against Justin Kyle. Now, I know you're already kind of, thinking that.
You're letting the Emerge fans pick his opponent?
Right, Commissioner. I mean, you kind of want to talk about that.
Yeah, quite frankly, it's hard to find an opponent for Justin Kyle. No one really wants to step up, so we're going to let the fans decide.
I heard a couple of people were even trying to get their rates doubled or tripled.
I had one dude want tripled, yeah.
Goodness. I mean, I completely understand it. Justin Kyle is one of the, wrecking forces in the country. You saw him leaping over. You couldn't have missed it over that turnbuckle.
He flew over that top turnbuckle post from the ring. I mean, he looked like a plane flying over us.
And talk about another hoss and Anthony Lee. We saw Justin Kyle decimate Anthony Lee. And so, I mean, whoever the Emerge fans choose, it's up to you guys who you send to their fate, essentially, with Justin Kyle. But
where do they go for that poll anyway?
I believe they're going to be going to emergewrestling.com.
Yeah, we'll be announcing more details in the coming days.
Absolutely. But, I mean, if you want to, yourself get to look like Justin Kyle, there's only one place for you to go, and that's with our friends over at Columbus Supplement Store. If you pop in, tell them you want to look like Justin Kyle, and tell them Emerge sent you.
What's going on, guys? Columbus Supplement Store just opened up. I'm actually from Columbus, Indiana. I actually grew up, and I went to Columbus North High School. We carry a wide variety of supplements, and we sell everything at the lowest pricing we're legally allowed to sell it at. If you guys just want to come in, try some free products, we also do have free samples. Hope to see you guys soon.
And we are back from that video from our friends over at the Columbus Supplement Store. And A-Dub, I can tell you're trying to look like Justin Kyle yourself, huh?
Yeah, I
Real
get that,
jacked, baby.
I get that a lot.
Jacked.
I get that a lot.
Oh, do you get that a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. We have a fantastic card left for you. And the next match is one that the fans, once again, just clamoring for. And as we saw last event over at Emerge 50 Milestone, with that 6-man between Custom Made, Daniel Eads, and High Caliber and Cole Radrick, with Morty's Millionaires winning, they got their opportunity for the gold here at Emergence Day 5. The first of the matches being High Caliber against Custom Made for the Tag Team Championships. Now, Commissioner, once again, this match kind of, the writing was already on the wall with that. That stipulation was already there.
Yeah.
And this is the first of 3 matches that we're going to be seeing where Morty Millionaires, the coup that Morty has come up with, this is going to be their first trial for that.
Right, and I have all the faith in the world in Morty's men, but this is a tough road to hoe if they want to capture all the gold in Emerge.
I agree wholeheartedly. We've seen High Caliber and the things that they have done in the ring, and I already know that your position on Custom Made. What are kind of your thoughts on this match going forward?
I mean, again, the theme of the night, the big matchup. We have Custom Made versus High Caliber, the 2 original Emerge Triple Crown champions against one of the best tag teams in the country right now, Custom Made and Eric Draven and Roger Malcolm. And I cannot wait to watch Custom Made take those belts and go party on the yacht with us. Cannot wait. Mortimer, please invite me this time.
And I think I'm really excited to see this match because these 4 men in particular know each other so well. They've had battles here in Emerge before, not even mentioning last month. And so we're going to have to see what new tricks each one is going to be pulling out of the bag there to come away with that coveted Tag Team Championship wrapped around their waist. But another championship match that we're going to be seeing after that is another product of that 6-man that we saw last month. We'll be seeing Cole Radrick defend his own coveted Outbreak Championship against the Man of Tomorrow, Daniel Eads. I know you're excited about that as well, A-Dub.
Yeah, and Daniel Eads is going to get revenge for that elbow drop. Speaking of, pulling tricks out of the bag, that elbow drop that Cole Radrick delivered to Daniel Eads. I'll tell you what, at Emergence Day 5, Cole Radrick, you might want to watch out for that proud fist coming your way.
I hate to admit this, but Lurch kind of has a point. You mentioned that Morty's Millionaires are going to have a tough road ahead of them with this. And honestly, I think Cole Radrick has a tough road ahead of him against Daniel Eads. I mean, that fist.
You took the words out of my mouth. You're exactly right. This could be Cole Radrick's toughest defense yet.
I wholeheartedly believe so. And Daniel Eads, he's almost got some sort of vendetta against everybody that's ever been against him, and it's going to be an incredibly hard-hitting match. But coming up, we are going to have a very special guest on the line. But before some of that Morty's Millionaires coup that we're seeing, we actually have this video to show you.
You okay? You need anything? Tiger balm, ibuprofen.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, you saw what Cole tried to do to me. He
That
tried to
was
take me out.
ridiculous.
You
That
know
was
what?
ridiculous.
You know what the thing is? That moment right there, that's all Cole Roger has. That's all he can do to me. And that right there is nothing compared to what I'm going to do to him on January 4th.
That's right.
Finally! Finally!
You get your shot.
I get a shot at Cole. Finally!
Finally!
After a year of being here,
I told you.
underrated, underestimated, and I finally get gold.
I told you, stick with me. I'll take you to the top.
And you did.
That's right.
You did. But you know what, Cole? Whatever your name is come January, because you change it every other week, every other month, whether you're going to be Wild Heart, 6 foot, Swole, Big Max Cole, Cole Sad, whatever that I can't say, or the 30-mile veteran, whatever it is, doesn't matter. There's a reason why for the past 7 years, I've been the man of tomorrow. I am the future of professional wrestling. I am One Punch Dan because I can knock anyone out like that. I am Daniel Leeds because it is my birthright. And come January 4th, I will be the Outbreak champion because I am inevitable. And don't you worry. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about me coming into the ring packing. You don't have to worry about me coming to the ring putting a knife to your throat. All you need to worry about is one punch.
And we do still have one more match to get to on this card reveal. But before, we do have a very special guest.
Yes,
joining
we
us.
do. My man Morty's on the line. Mortimer Blankenship III, baby.
Yes, we do, as Lurch said, have Mortimer Blankenship III on this card reveal. Morty, how are you doing this evening?
Doing great. With Lurch being on this live feed, I thought it couldn't get any more classy, and then you guys asked me to be here. So I guess we can classy it up a little bit more. It's great to be here, especially just right after these big, big wins at Milestone. My God, it was amazing. You really saw professional wrestling the way it should be, with Morty's Millionaires ending up on top. I mean, I never doubted them. I trust my wrestlers so much that I volunteered to be in the ring for 5 minutes if they lost. And I knew they weren't going to lose because they are that good. With my brains and their ability, there was no chance of them losing.
Now, or I'm also thinking that you offered yourself because you knew you had something up your sleeve. I'm kind of, I'm right on that.
Confidence.
Whoa. Up my sleeve. Are you insinuating that what we did in that match wasn't fair? It was a no disqualification match.
His opponent got a crane and lifted it up to the sky. Cole Ryder jumped off the crane. He didn't do anything wrong.
If that's not cheating. I don't know what is.
Thank you.
I do know what cheating is, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, one thing that we can talk about, Morty, is you did have a good night over at Emerge 50 Milestone. I cannot deny that. However, Emergence Day 5, Morty's Millionaires does have the chance to have all of the gold, but your boy, Jordan Cage, goes one-on-one against the man beast, RHINO. What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, RHINO, he's tough. He's been there. He's done that.
It's an understatement.
But the fact of the matter is that Jordan Cage is picture perfect. Not picture good or picture okay. Picture perfect. And the fact of the matter is he's going to keep that belt. I don't care how tough RHINO thinks he is or he was at one point. Jordan Cage will come out victorious. I guarantee it.
I'm backing you up 100%, Morty. I feel you, I believe you, and I cannot wait to go out and party that night with all that gold.
That's right. We're going to go party. I've already got the penthouse rented. We're going to go there. We're going to have a good time. There's going to be a few people there that I think you're going to want to meet. I'm not going to mention any names, but it rhymes with Harrison Ford. I mean, Okay,
What?
Harrison Ford's going to be there. I mean,
Are you
I love,
serious?
if you know Morty, I love me some Star Wars, and Han Solo's going to be there. And, we're going to talk about how he shot first. And, it doesn't matter. It's going to be awesome.
Oh man.
Make sure you get some video of that event, Lurch.
Oh,
Please.
definitely.
One thing.
What?
One Lurch, I would love for you to be able to do that, but due to legal obligations and Harrison, he doesn't want any video to be filmed. You understand. You understand.
Well, hey, can we at least get him to get us in a putting contest on the yacht? Come on.
Well, there's a green. There's a green on the top of the penthouse.
I know. Oh, look,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. So I'm sure we can.
Well, all of that aside, as I said, we do have one more match to get into, and it is that Emerge Championship match. We do want to thank Morty for being on this call tonight.
Thank you, Commissioner Lowe.
Yes, sir.
With the sour look on your face, do you despise the fact that Morty's Millionaires is going to run your company? Because if you do, I love it. I love that hate and anger I could just see going through you.
Actually,
But guess what? Buckle up, because it's going to be a long, long ride. You can take that to the bank.
Actually, I'm just thinking that your guys are going to have to run the table. You got High Caliber, you got Cole Radrick, and you got the man beast, RHINO.
Nothing. Absolutely not a problem.
Anyways, a lot of tension in here. But before we get to that Emerge Championship match, we have a lovely video from one of our good friends over at Positive Performance. If you're stopping in, tell them that Emerge sent you.
Trust Positive Performance for your auto repair and maintenance needs. Located at 364 South Mapleton Street in Columbus, we work on all makes and models. Anything from basic maintenance to major repairs. The only thing we don't do are alignments. Positive Performance has proudly served the Columbus area since 2011. That's positiveperformance1.com, 812-372-1233. That's positiveperformance1.com.
And we want to give a special thanks to our new friends over at Positive Performance, serving the Columbus area for 8 years. If you have car troubles, which it's getting that time of year, pop in, tell them that Emerge sent you.
8 years of service in the Columbus area.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I need you to narrate my life, Commissioner Chris Lowe.
You don't want that.
Well, the only reason I say that is because sometimes my life is wild, and this next match, this main event for Emergence Day 5 is a product of that wild life that I seem to find myself in. We're going to be having Jordan Cage defend his Emerge Championship against the man beast RHINO. Now, this is something that I am just so excited to see, because not only is this going to be an incredible match, but Lurch, I believe that RHINO is going to gore Jordan Cage right out of his shoes and swipe that Emerge Championship.
Do not even go there. Do not even go there. Picture perfect Jordan Cage is going to implement a perfect strategy, and there will be no gores.
Not at all?
No.
Not one?
I don't see. I don't see it.
Okay. And Commissioner, this is quite possibly one of the biggest grabs that you've had here. Do you just want to kind of talk about your thought process? And this just makes this Emerge Championship, which is already the biggest championship here in the Midwest, feel even bigger.
Well, without a doubt. And let's go back to Emerge 50. You win the main event in a grueling triple threat match, and your next opponent is RHINO.
Well, not my next opponent. I'm not getting in the ring with RHINO. Jordan Cage is in for and
that's why he's the Emerge champion.
If there's that is why he's the Emerge champion. But if there is some semblance of him able to walk away the victor, we kind of talked about it with Morty earlier. But what are your kind of thoughts on Morty's Millionaires having the opportunity to have all of the gold here in Emerge?
The potential is there. Of course it's possible. With championships come power. But they will not be running Emerge if, all three of them all 4 of them are victorious.
And you heard my man Mortimer just now. The party is on. We're going to be up at the penthouse doing putt-putt contests with Harrison Ford, baby.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself because, as Commissioner Chris Lowe said multiple times, they are going to have a long road ahead of him, or a long road ahead of them, and we are going to have a fantastic night, January 4th. 2020, the year's wrapping up. 2020, Emergence Day 5. We're going to be starting off the evening with our Cricket Wireless Facebook Live match, a match that you put together, which wrote itself, but is going to be fantastic in its own right. Jake Carter versus Brett Havoc versus Paragon.
3 very athletic men with a lot to prove.
The one that I'm incredibly excited to see, another one I'm excited to see is going to be Calvin Tankman versus J.D. Mariani. 2 big behemoths looking to prove themselves as well.
2 of the most agile big men in the country right now going at it in the Emerge Wrestling Ring on Emergence Day 5, January 4th. Oh, my goodness.
And speaking of agility, Braden Lee versus the returning Mikey. I can't even imagine what we're going to be seeing in that match, Commish.
Braden Lee is a wrestler's wrestler, but he's never faced a guy like Mikey.
So mind games are so important in professional wrestling, and someone who has mind games down lock is Snack Attack, and who they're going to be returning as well. They like to get into their opponents' heads and have their own spin on things, but they're going to have a task ahead of them in the Mercury Brothers Lurch.
Yes, and this is going to be a test for the tag team division in Emerge. It may make a decision of who may get that next tag team championship shot. I'm not sure, but what a match.
And another match that is sure to be a barn burner is one that, we've never done before. We're going to be seeing Justin Kyle in action, but against who is going to be left up to the fans. You made that as the first time it's ever been done before in Emerge history.
Right. There's not a lot of guys that want to step up to Justin Kyle. So you, the Emerge fans, will get to choose who that'll be.
And 2 guys who definitely want to step up to their opponents is going to be custom made when they go up against High Caliber in the first of 3 matches that we're going to be seeing Morty's Millionaires in for championship gold.
And obviously my prediction is for custom made to finally get those hands on those Emerge championship belts and bring them to the yacht.
Bring them to the yacht.
Or the penthouse, whatever,
There's just so many places for you guys to go party, huh?
Sure, absolutely.
And, one man who could also be partying with A-Dub that night could be Daniel Eads, because he's going to be taking on Cole Radrick for the Outbreak Championship match.
And Cole Radrick is one of the most unorthodox guys you're ever going to meet.
He jumped from a crane.
Right. He's going to have to pull something out of the bag if he's going to be victorious against Daniel Eads.
And this might be an understatement, but someone who's going to have to pull something out to get a victory, in my opinion, is going to be Jordan Cage.
Picture perfect, baby.
His Emerge Championship against the man-beast RHINO.
I mean, I cannot believe, Commissioner, you decided to have this match on Emergence Day 5. You brought RHINO to town to take his shot at that Emerge Championship. It's not going to happen. Picture perfect Jordan Cage is a better technical wrestler, better all-around wrestler, better personality, better person having a flyer. I mean, he's perfect.
Whoa. I'm going to let know that RHINO has a gore with A-Dub's name on it.
There will be no gores on January 4th.
On January 4th, that is. What is going to happen, you can only find out for yourself coming to Emergence Day 5. Now, we do have another moment from one of our friends over at Greenlight Auto here in a second. We do have a free match as well coming up after that that's sponsored by them. We're going to be seeing Jeremy Hadley against J.D. Mariani at Emerge 50 Milestone, but that's almost just a treat because you mentioned that you wanted to make an announcement here tonight.
Emerge 50 Milestone was one of the best events Emerge has ever put on.
Undoubtedly.
With that, we're going to put Emerge 50 up for free for you, the fans at home, to view at home.
Free?
Free.
Even you can afford that, bud.
What? Free?
Free. We'll have more details in the coming days.
in the coming days is right. But stay tuned after this message from our good friends over at Greenlight Auto, and check out that fantastic match between Jeremy Hadley, JD Mariani.